Welcome. Welcome to the online class of MTTM 9. Welcome to the online class, free group class. Welcome, Meenakshi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, you have done until Unit 8, okay?
Yes.
So, today we are gonna do Unit 9. So, Unit 9 is Management of Organizational Conflict and Managing Change.
Yes.
So, these two, management of organizational conflict and managing change, have you seen earlier? Have you heard it earlier?
Management of organizational conflict and managing change. Yeah, I have read it in the business, a little bit of it.
In which business?
Business management in 11th or 12th class, I guess.
Here in the book, in the first chapter, it is there. Tasks of a professional manager and responsibilities, Unit 1 and Unit 2.
Yes.
So, challenge of change, meeting the challenge of change. That is, and balance between creativity, conformity, like this is the conflicts, okay? Coping with increasing levels of aspiration, that is also a conflict, because these two are conflict, because what your staff has a aspiration for your company, like I have joined a company to growth, for my personal growth, so that is an aspiration, and if he doesn't feel that I am not growing in this company, so he will conflict with you. And if he has some ideas but you said no, your idea is wrong, so what, they will just not agree with you, okay? That is conflict. And managing change, these two are important. Managing change means always a technique is changing, technology is changing.
Right.
So remember, like you hired a typist 10 years ago, so now computers are coming, so he will feel afraid that, oh, I will lose my job.
Yes.
So technology is also changing, and there will be management conflict, organizational conflict. So what will you do? That is here. So one thing is that you give him training of computer so that he will be happy, and just upgrade him, promote him, like from typist to a computer operator. Okay. So these are the tactics which will be taught to you. As a manager or an owner, it will help you. Okay. This
Right.
chapter. So now introduction. So as I have told you, introduction is that what is conflict and what is change, and these both are important. Okay.
Okay.
So let's go to 9.2, conflict types and processes. So conflict, as you know, conflict means always a fight. Okay. Now I'll give you an example, present day situation example in this class itself. So Galwan Dhale, there is a conflict between China and India, right?
Right.
So that is a conflict, means a fight. It is always between a human and a human, most of the cases, not a human or a machine. Okay, because machine, what, they follow orders. Will they disobey you if you say enter? Will it not enter in a computer? If you want to switch off, so it will definitely switch off, not like a machine that if you say you are fired, he will just give back some return that why are you firing me, right? So human and machines are different. So conflict is basically between human and to human. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the main point. So levels of conflicts, okay, interpersonal and intrapersonal. So interpersonal means like your own individual choices or fighting conflict. Means your brain is saying that is good, your heart is saying that is good. So that is what called intrapersonal. And inter means you are saying that is good, your other person is saying that is good, that is inter. Inter means two, inter means between yourself.
Intra means in yourself, and inter means
Yeah.
between two.
Yes, between two
Okay.
or between many.
Okay.
So these are the types of conflicts. Let's remember this thing and various level. So intrapersonal conflict within an individual. As I have told you, intrapersonal means when you are fighting with yourself. So
Yes.
that is intrapersonal. So you just intrapersonal means conflict within an individual. Conflict between individuals is interpersonal between two person, and conflict between an individual and a group. So this is called. So that's why in UPSC or everything there is called group discussions to fight that individual and a group. Okay.
Right.
So conflict between individual and a group and conflict between groups. So what is a group in your organization?
Sorry, what is groups within on organization, like a team? Uh,
Yes.
the team we are working in.
Yes. So give you one example.
Like I'm working in an organization in a production team, with a production
Yes.
team, and there
Yes.
are many department, like production department, financial department, and many others. So there
Yes.
are teams in the department.
Okay. Yes, that is correct. So conflict between groups within an organization and conflict between organization. So what do you mean by conflict between organization?
In different types of organization, like there are many organizations. If like example is PepsiCo, and the other one is what we call PepsiCo, and the second one, the second Coca-Cola, right?
Yes,
So there are
that is
conflicts.
that will be that is maximum becomes conflicts happens between this type of organization, but sometimes mostly conflicts happen with your business industry opponents. Like uh, in tourism,
Mm.
more you become open and more you attract tourists which are not like social or like which are demanding to be uh, stopped by the government, but government cannot stop, but tourism needs this. So government is the organization and your tourism company is the organization, right? Okay.
Right.
Everybody knows that casino. Do you know what is a casino?
Yes. And
So casino is good for tourism business. It attracts tourists, right? But does government allow it?
no.
So your organization want to build a casino as a casino, so you have to fight with the government organization, right?
Right.
So that is conflict between organizations.
Okay.
Welcome, Aradhana, to the class. So have a look at figure in the conflict process, and you will be able to describe analyze conflict between two parties individuals. So this is just a example. Okay, this in this that screen you see, that is just an example.
Hmm.
So these are stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. So until stage 4, there's a conclusion, aftermath. So here is the behavior, and this is perceived conflict, felt conflict. Okay, so this is the starting. Like, for why this is starting? Like, the main reason is this is the main reason. Okay, like government just passed a new rule that women should not be allowed till 8, after 8 in the night in hotels. Okay, as you know, in hotels or another company, girls do night shift.
Yes.
Suppose a government just decide that from now on, due to safety of girls in India, night shift of girls is prohibited. So there will be two happening to some girls, like they get extra money in bonus, night shift allowance. They want to support their family, so they want night shift, and others don't want night shift. So those who don't want night shift, they will go to, or after that, this is the decision made by government, you know, information. So after that, those who want or those who doesn't want, they will just say it, that we want this, we will not do night shift. Or someone will fight, request the management to give us night shift. So this is the percept. So management knows that, oh, they are asking it. So felt means you will feel that, yeah, there is a conflict, they are saying it. So after that, what the management do, they will just try to control you. Okay, we will look at that matter. Okay? So that is third stage, when the management replies. And after that, what is your feedback? When the management replies, you agree to that or not agree. That is the final. When you not agree, again that process starts.
Okay.
And if it is not, it is agreed, it is finished here. So it is cycling, okay? But you can just write and or like that. You can make this diagram yourself. It is just for an understanding.
Okay.
Harish, can you explain me
Define
this one more, please?
what?
I'm sorry, I joined a little bit late. Only this one, process one, please, if you have a time. If Meenakshi will don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
Thank you, dear.
So processes are basically conflict. Okay, what is a conflict? So conflict is basically a fight. Okay, any fight
Basically
is
a what?
fight.
A height.
Fight.
Oh, fight. Okay.
So it is basically intrapersonal or forget. I'm not going right now. So like example, when you go for that Gangwal, see in Gangwal that China and India is fighting, so that is a conflict. It will be bloody or it will be non-violent, okay? But it is a conflict. So
Okay.
conflict is, it is a broad term when some people fight with each other. So there is a conflict within yourself. Like, you know something is bad, but you have to take the decision. Like, you want to fire someone, but you know that by firing him, you are hurting his family, his income, but you know that that stuff is not suitable for the job. So you're firing him, but your mind is saying that don't fire him. So that is called intrapersonal, when you fight with your own mind. And interpersonal means when you fight with others, like you have a decision but others don't agree, that is called interpersonal.
Okay.
So these two, intrapersonal and interpersonal, are conflict between individual, conflict between individual. So after that, how many types of individuals are there? So you will fight with a group or a group may fight with a group, or a group may fight with the organization, or the organization will fight with another organization. So these are the types of conflicts.
Okay.
Okay, dear Arthana student, you understand now?
Right.
So I'm going fast because I want to complete this class very fast. So I have just like status and processes. Okay, I have just explained it. So different views about conflict. So the traditional view is the different views about conflict. So what are the different views? Like there are many types of views in earlier days, nowadays, and my management level views. So how you can view that conflicts. So these are experiences, how people wrote about it. Okay, so these are the important views which are like in the books. According to the book, there are traditional view, behavioral view, and the third one is the interactionalist view. So traditional view is the means like historical or earlier type of view. So it was traditional view was propagated by Frederick Taylor, the father of scientific management. So for scientific management, if you go for political science in public administration, in management theory, propagator of management theory is you will find Frederick Taylor. And what is scientific management? The scientific management is, according to scientific management, that everything is like a machine. So it has every process runs with a system, and each system is connected to another system. So that is called scientific management. But here we are talking about traditional view, but here it is the example is given, the father of scientific management. So that's why I just explained to you what is called scientific management. So, and scientific management is also called systematic management. Okay, always remember systematic management. So according to systematic, traditional view means systematic management view, Frederick Taylor's view. Always remember, who is the traditional viewer of management? Frederick Taylor. In any management, who is the father of management? Frederick Taylor. He is an American. Here in the book, it is not written who is Frederick Taylor, but I will tell you because I have done that. Like I have done public administration also, and MPA, Master of Public Administration. So I know that. So Frederick Taylor is the father of the management. Any management like MBA or any kind of management, business management, who is the father? Frederick Taylor. So his views are the traditional view, because it was like 1930 and 1940s when the management was as a subject was introduced. And management means managing the labors. According to him, labors are machine. What is the theory of scientific management? Labors are what? Like machines. Okay. So that is the traditional view. So this traditional view is limited, because when you think that your stuff is a machine, so you will always try to just give them order. When there is something, you will say, shut up, or you want to switch it off. But humans are not always, they have feelings, right?
Right.
So traditional view has some limitation. And then behavioral view. So behavioral view is also, you will find, it's a management, it's a part of management. So it is also like traditional views, but later it was modified. The traditional view was modified. So the conflict theory. So behavioral approach. When you say behavioral approach means how is the behavior of your staff, human nature. So because you say no, that person's behavior is not good. So conflict is always related with behavior. So you have to maintain the behavior of your staff and organization. So that's how you will control the conflict according to that. That is a behavioral view. And I think it was propagated by Smith or Jones. I just forgot, but someone like that, Jones. behavioralistic view. You can search in Wikipedia because that is there. And behavioralistic view will just start from political science and public administration, because earlier there was no MBA. This management is still derived from political science and analytics and like what you call it, commerce. All these subjects are mixed and this management subjects are created. But management is still derived from Frederick Taylor. So Frederick Taylor was a good like engineer. He was a scientific management theory. He's a scientist, engineer. So, but he used political science methods. So that's why post-course, all of these are, you will find in, when you do masters in political science, you will find this special chapters also. So in interactionist view. So interaction means talking. So as you know, interaction means you have to interact. Interact means you have to know how is the conflict is happening, where is the happening, why it is happening. So you just, nowadays there is like counseling. It is basically interesting view means the counseling, okay? Solving everything with counseling, and it is the most perfect, means modern interesting view, okay?
Okay.
So why this is modern? Because nowadays there are unions, trade unions. So if you just don't hike the bonus, trade unions will come to like some agitation. So how will you control them? You cannot change their behavior. You cannot say them that, hey, your behavior is wrong, you shut up and work. You cannot say that. You cannot use scientific management theory or behavioral approach, scientific approach or behavioral approach. So how will you will just come with them to discussion. Like the extremist group, government calls them to discussion table, right? That we are ready to talk with you, right? So with interaction, they just control that situation, interact, know what is the problem. So during the Gangwal conflict, China and India is holding meeting, right? Rounds of meeting in Lieutenant General level, right? Corps level, Corps Commander level, right? So that is called, that is what interactionist view. Now coming to impact. So impact means what is the effect of the conflict? When a conflict happens, what happens? Okay. So Adjacent 1980. So he just researched in 1980 about the conflict. So as I told you, that management is completely new. It is like, it is not 100 years. It is like 90 years. As a subject, it is just 90 years old. Okay. So in 1980, Edgar Sain researched about the conflicts, and he found out that due to conflicts within, if two groups, intergroups, when two groups fight, like suppose F&B and housekeeping department fought with each other. So each group will change their inside, like their hierarchical level. Not means directly, but their mentality. So group cohesiveness increases. So the group becomes closely knit. Its members show greater loyalty. So means a housekeeping member beat a F&B member. So housekeeping and F&B fought. After the fighting ends, housekeeping members will not easily talk with the F&B members, right? And F&B will also not talk with housekeeping ones. They will just mostly talk with each other. So that is called cohesiveness. Means the group members will become more united. The group becomes task oriented. So task oriented means whenever there is work, the groups will interact with each other. Otherwise, they will not interact. Okay? They will not be friendly. Leadership becomes directive. So leader become more ordering. There will be leader, okay? Leader will be more authoritative. Why it is be authoritative? Because he will check that my department people are talking with the other department or not. That will come because due to the conflict, okay? Because it is a matter of respect for a department, okay? Organizational structure become more rigid. So authority and responsibility between the member are more clearly defined. So more rigid means when after the conflict, the FNB will know its duty, that don't go to the housekeeping area. That are the works of the housekeeping, not ours. So your work, what is your work? They will become clear, okay? Like earlier when you worked with housekeeping, housekeeping may help you in some works, or you help housekeeping in some works. But after you fight with housekeeping, housekeeping will not help you in your works, or you will not help housekeeping in his work, right? So you will have to know what is your work, and they will know what is their work, right? So group unity is straight. So the group demands increased loyalty and conformity from its member. So the FNB will demand that all FNB members should talk with only FNBs, not outside departments after the conflict, not talk with housekeeping. So if you have to show loyalty in your personal life also, you will not be able to like talk with the housekeeping department to show your loyalty. Anytime you have to show your loyalty. When you talk with a housekeeping, you will say that, oh, my group is fighting with housekeeping, how will I talk with them? Understand? So this happens in intergroup. Prolonged group conflicts cause the following sensory relationship between the group. So when there is long type of fighting, when the fighting doesn't end easily, so when it carries on, groups become antagonists towards each other. Perceptions are distorted. Communication ceases to exist. Groups apply a double standard. So when it becomes more frequent, so they become very enemy towards each other. Perceptions are distorted. Means they will always say bad thing about the other group. Okay, backbiting of housekeeping. Communication ceases to exist. Means there will be no talk between the two groups, and groups apply double standard. Means double standards means you will see the bad things of the other group, but not your own. So that is not good for your own also. From the above two lists, changes within and between groups, you can spot a number of negative effects. What about some potential benefits of group influence? Here is such list. So these are: conflicts clarifies a real issue, conflicts increases innovation, intergroup conflict solidifies the group, conflicts serves as a catalyst. So sometimes conflicts is good also. Your group will become, department will become strong, okay? So sources of conflicts. Why the conflicts happen?
But how will the group become close-knit when the conflicts happen?
When the housekeeping group will attack you, will you join the housekeeping group from, if you are from FMB? You will help the other FNB members, right?
Right.
So you will become close to the other FNB members or not. Strong team, right?
Right.
So that is, you will knit. Knit means binding together. You will be binded together. So just, it is about creativity, just idea, make idea. That you are playing with some friends, but in normal times you don't talk with your friends, but some other players playing nearby you, they come to your friends playing and beat them. So earlier you didn't talk with your friends, but when you see your friends were beaten up by other people, you will go to help your friends, right?
Right.
Then you become more close, right? That is close-knit. So sources of conflict. So these are the sources of conflict. Just remember it. What are the sources of conflict? Competition of limited resources means fund, diversity of goals. Diversity of goals means housekeeping's goal is different to clean. Your goals is to serve. So which work is important? So they will say that my work is important. You will say that your work is important. So that is source of conflict. Task interdependence. Task interdependence means dependent on him. If housekeeping doesn't clean your restaurant, will you be able to serve food? No, right? You need a
Right.
clean restaurant. So interdependence, you are dependent to housekeeping and housekeeping is also dependent to you. So that interdependence may lead to conflict when someone doesn't do his duty. So these are the main. So difference in values. Yes, that will be definitely the difference in values and perception. Always remember. And organizational ambiguities. So responsibilities like introduction of sense, like technology. Always remember. And nature of communication. How they communicate means nicely or softly or in meantime. Because communication should be in advance. When in the meantime that they come and say go go go, but you have other works, can you be able to do that? Aggressive nature of people. So the housekeeping people should say you nicely. If he gives you order, hey FNB, do that. Will you be happy? So always conflicts have to be, to avoid conflict, you have to be sweet, always smiling. So that's why personally developed is there. Modes of conflict management. Stimulating productive conflict. So conflict management means how to manage the conflict, means control the conflict. So stimulating productive conflict. So don't argue, stop fighting. But this type of, like, these are the just an order, but you have to be manipulative, okay? Like I said, if you fight, I'll just stop that or stop that things. So that is called stimulating productive conflict. Stimulate it means hilana means like just move it. So when you stimulate productive conflict, like say other work, other words, other things, so they will just means in simple term keep them busy. Don't give them time to fight. Resolving as you know, resolving, how to resolving the matter.
Yes.
So these are ignoring the conflict, imposing a solution, give a solution.
Mm.
3. Conflict containment strategy. When a conflict happens, what is your strategy? Using strategy. Just remember strategy. 3 by strategy, using strategy. 4. Conflict confrontation strategy. So confrontation means directly facing. You have to face it. How to face it? Facing strategies, okay? And 5. Organizational redesign. So like transferring one people from other group to other group, that is called redesigning, okay? These are the ways how you can manage the conflict. Why change? As you know, it is in the first chapter, change. Change is always important for your company because technologies are coming, and to develop and survive, change is necessary. If you don't change, you will not survive. Okay? To survive in the market, you have to change, okay? Because the environment will be changing. So, nature of change means where the changes occurs. So individual and organization changes occur, and evolutionary. So evolution and revolutionary, you just remember the term industrial revolution. Why it is called industrial revolution? Because new machines were arrived during industrial revolution in England. When industrial revolution occurred in England, do you know? In Europe, industrial revolution occurred in 1600 AD, Anno Domini. AD means Anno Domini. So in 1600 AD, industrial revolution started. Means machines, factories were set up because steam engines was invented. The first invention, major invention of humanity was electricity and steam engine. Okay, always remember railway. So After that, new using steam engine, new machines were created after electricity. Okay, so that is revolutionary, evolved the way of work. That is a change how you work. Reactive and proactive. Proactive means when reaction means you have no negativity, and proactive means yes, I have to change myself. So you are reactive or proactive. That is according to the change. Like, does the change is helping you or against you? It is reactive or proactive. After that, the antecedents of organizational change. So what happens when an organizational change happens? So the results, okay, you can see the results. So remember the name Lawrence and Lorsk. I have time is less. So growth and decay. It may be growth and some things will decay, okay? Those who are survive the change, they will grow. And those who doesn't survive, they will decay. Result of the change. New personnel, because everybody cannot change. Every typist cannot be a computer operator. Those who have become computer operator, they will become promoted. But those who didn't learn computer, what will happen? Instead of them, new person will come. Okay, new personnel. Change agents. So agents means like planning and like this. What you call that new suppliers. You will need new suppliers, the agents. Okay. So earlier for typewriters you needed ink suppliers, but after computer your supplier will what change. Okay. So effectiveness. So in the first time when the change happen, effectiveness will be slow, but slowly you will be pro at your new style. Okay. Change in corporate strategies. Yes. If so Meenakshi,
Yes.
you can see last time the class ended because the timing is limited, but that's why I was going fast. But don't worry. So since barometers of decline effectiveness, barometers means what is like the minimum level to where it is effectiveness is coming, because when you change, when you take new machines, you are not expert at it. Okay. Right.
Right.
Like you are using laptop for this time, but when you just started, were you so much expert when you first typed the keyboard? No, right? When I'll give my example, when I first touched the computer like 20 to 23 years ago, when I first touched, when I typed one letter, it becomes in the screen 7. I typed A like typewriter. So it was like a long line of letters. And at that time, the computers were very like big. During 2000, to 1996, 1993, 1994, at that time, the computers were very big. If you can remember, like
Yes,
I think that most of you had not born that time.
but I do remember.
You were born that time. No, I don't think so.
Yes, yes, I have seen that big computers in our computer lab
Yes.
in the school.
Yes. Those big computers were there, and the CPUs were also like uh, different.
Hmm.
And that time there was no Windows. Okay, there was like MS DOS,
Yes.
and you have to do COBOL, and that was so hard because that's why lots of like departments were using less computers.
Hmm.
Now a small shop has a laptop, right? Laptop or a PC.
Yes.
So let's come change in corporate strategy. So with new technology, your strategy will also be change your marketing. Okay, right? Like earlier, people used to advertise in paper, but nowadays people use what? Digital marketing, social media marketing, right?
Right.
So your strategy is changing. So crisis, your the crisis will also be is a change. Like when your chief executive officer is dead, the management is also changing. Okay, that is also a change. Okay, and with that, policies will also change. And personal goals, like the company, with new technology, the company's goal will also change. So how will you cope it? And crisis means like uh, again you say with technological term change. Uh,
Hmm.
Say your machine has uh, not ready, or people just avoided your uh, typewriters paper typewriting typewritings, so they want immediately printed, so that will be a crisis. Okay,
Okay.
so again, now domino effect. So it is the most important effect. What do you mean by domino? Chain effect. Like you beat him, he beat her, and she beat her. That is called domino effect. Like
Okay.
from one person to another person, where the uh, like problem goes, that is called domino effect. So domino effect is also a important factor of sense, because like medical is changing, so with that other departments will change, and with due to that other departments, your department will also change. So that is called domino effect. When some other departments action indirectly affect you, that is called what? Domino effect.
All right.
So now process of organizational change. So how an organizational changes process. So unfreezing, moving, and freezing. So identifying the need for change, increasing the driving force to change, reducing the resulting forces to change. So moving. First, unfreezing means when people are set. Freezing means set to do a particular type of job. You want to change them. So you have to stop them to do the job. That no, you will not do this, you just do other jobs. So that is called unfreezing. So moving. So to do other jobs, you have to give them training, okay? That is called moving. And refreezing. Refreezing means after they have learned a new job, keep them stick to the new job, okay? Say that you will do this job, don't do other job. Okay, again refusing. So this is the and this is itself explained here. Coping strategies for change. So coping strategies means how will you cope? What are the strategies to cope the change? Means to minimize the effect of the change on yourself and your company and your staff, because a change may harm you. So how you stop the harmful effects of the change? Okay, the strategies you use to dissolve the harmful effect of change. So adapting to external change. So adapting to external change means like a external environment is changing, like you are using a 2G phone but 3G has come to market, so you have to adapt to their market. Okay, that is external change. Avoiding external dependence. So you should not depend on external, like yes, 3G is coming, but you should not be dependent on any time on that mobile. Okay, you should have others supporting works also, right? So that is avoiding external dependence. Okay, so that's why all the businesses have lots of different type of shares in other companies. Okay, due to avoiding external dependence. So that's why Reliance started Reliance Trends. Do you know what is Reliance Trends? This is a shopping mall, right? Then resistance to change. There will be resistance to change, but it will be short term, because if you want to survive, you have to change. Okay. So what is resistance of change? Resistance to change means when a change occurs, there will be a resistance. So what are the resistance of the change that may occur? Homeostasis, habit, primacy. So reasons of resistance to change. These are the reasons. Watson suggested it. Homeostasis means same. Like homes, you can say homesickness is one kind of, not exactly. Habit, primacy, selective perception and retention, dependence, superego, self-distrust, insecurity and rejection, conformity to norms, systematic cultural coherence, vested interest, the synchronized, the rejection of outsiders. And I will give you an example. A big company now lost its ground. Do you know Kodak? Have you heard about Kodak company, Kodak?
Yes, yes.
What is it?
The camera company.
Yeah. Now, what is the present situation of the company? It is not in profit. Why? Because it has not changed. Because market was changing. It should have entered digital marketing, digital cameras, and it should have somehow connected with the smartphones. That smartphones have developed cameras. So that camera part should have been developed by Kodak. If they had get a contract of developing cameras for smartphones, they would have
They did
generated
not. Yeah,
lots of.
they did not estimated the
Yes, but when the first time,
technological environment.
yes, that's it. You should have knowledge. They should have given. That's why CEOs are most important. That's why you are learning this management, to know what is the future. You have to be futuristic. You have to know the future in advance. Like doctors are God for life. You are the God for the company. You are the God of business. people say na, in Hindi there is a saying, Bhagwan, doctor Bhagwan ka roop hota hai, right? So in business, CEO are what? CEO or what management experts are what? Bhagwan ka roop in business. So you have to protect save your company. It was the mistake of the CEO of Kodak, who didn't visualize what was coming. When first the mobile introduced camera in its mobile phones, like during the early days of Nokia, were there camera phone in mobiles? No. But when the mobile phone came, they should have researched that we should make some cameras for mobile. Or even when some small companies introduced cameras for mobiles, so they would have also started research and development of mini strong cameras. And so it would have benefited both the mobile company and the Kodak. Mobile company would advertise that our mobile have Kodak camera. Use Kodak camera in our mobile. So what will benefit it? First, Kodak will also benefit, the mobile will also benefit. So it's an ecosystem, okay? If you go through an ecosystem, it will be most beneficial for a business. Because first I told you, business is what? A teamwork. What is a business? Business is a teamwork, okay?
Teamwork. Right.
So strategies of implementing change. So the tops down strategy, the bottom up strategy. So top down means from top to bottom. Top down, down means bottom. So top down strategy means the senior people will change, management will change, then the staff. And bottom means the staff will change, then the management will change. So this, you have seen that these two strategies, okay? And the approaches. Approach means how you do this, top down and bottom up. So contingency approach. So contingency approach is the approach how you achieve this, okay? The changing of managing the change.
How we what? Sorry, I didn't get this one. How we
How you achieve the change? How you
achieve?
change?
Okay.
Yes. So today's class is uh, lecture is finished. I will not say that it's a proper class because I'm not like in my like I'm using Word documents under my, but here I'm just giving you the lecture so that you can write yourself that the notes. Because when you are saying a proper class, there you give notes, questions and answers. But here I'm only just explaining the chapter. What is it? But you have to make notes yourself. But most important, I can help you is this. By this, you can write with your own mind. You have to just understand. You don't have to read the book. You just think, remember the key topics, and just explain it. Just the word contingency approach. What is contingency? And after that, all this strategies of implementing tops, bottom, bottom up, tops down, bottom, tops down, bottom up. Okay. Top to down. If you are confusing this top to down strategy or bottom to up, so you can remember. Strategies for implementing change. How to implement change? There are two strategies: top to down and bottom to up. From top level management to down level staff, from down level staff to top level management. Okay. From where you want to start the change. Okay. Implement means starting. So strategies means how. So how means where you want to change, So you and simple person will also know, but they cannot write because knowing and writing is a different thing, because they don't understand. So just understand the question. So I hope you have understood the chapter, students.
Yes.
So this chapter was just I just lectured in a traditional way, so not an interactional way. If I have the interactional way, I have to say these are important. The process of organizational sense: unfreezing, moving, and refreezing. Okay, always remember, unfreezing means saying to give other works. Moving means training them. Refreezing means uh, installing them to that particular job. Process of organizational sense means from one job to moving them to other job. Okay, this is the process of organizational sense. Always remember, meaning is that. Write the meaning down, and you can write. And this word here you can use unfreezing, moving, and refreezing. Unfreezing means unboxing, moving means using, and again boxing means जब खराब हो गया तो उसके बाद फिर बॉक्स अगेन बॉक्स में डाल के फेंक दो. Domino effect you should learn, remember, personal goals, crisis. These are the why the change that happens, like why change, antithesis.
Result
Antidisputes.
of organization.
Antithesis means what happened after the change, like why what is the
Right.
result of the change, the
Why
effect of
this
the change.
happened, the change, right?
No, effect of the change.
Okay.
Why the change happens? Why the
Okay,
change
why the
happens?
change?
Why the change is needed? Evolve is that why the change is needed. So individual and organization, nature of change. Why the change is needed? Okay, that is. It is under antithesis of changes, under why the change is needed. Okay, what will the effect? And after that, conflict. As you know, conflict is very easy. What is conflict? Intrapersonal and interpersonal, individual with group, group with group, group with organization, organization with organization. Okay, remember, I'm even saying it without watching this conflict. Now I go to conflict. You will just remember, because it is very easy. You just understand what is interpersonal and interpersonal. So I hope you can get 20 marks out of 20 in this chapter.
Yes, hope so.
Me too, hope so.
Yes, so today I stopped the class. On the next class we will be going MTTM 9. Okay, MTTM 10. Sorry, this is 9. Unit 9. Sorry, MTTM 1, Unit 9.
Okay.
Have a nice, enjoy your evening. Sorry, have a not a nice day. Enjoy your evening.
You
And
too.
if you want to do the class like complete it very fast, we can do 2 times, morning, evening, because that way we can finish this paper very early. But it is up to you.
No, it's fine. Actually, I was okay on that time. Fine. Just let us know when you're going to start the classes.
Okay, sure. Because I have other classes with intro decorations also, like, so that's why I just
No,
sometimes.
actually, you told us that you will take classes around like 9 a.m., but you didn't come on that time. Maybe I thought you are busy somewhere in this teaching. So I also didn't message you on that.
No, because no one was ready, because everyone, I think, that wake up lately, so I cancelled it.
Okay. If Meenakshi is okay, just ask, because I'm okay with this. 9.
It's not okay. I don't. But let me ask. You just ask. Anyway, have a nice evening and bye.
Yeah.
See you in the next class.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
You too.